Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to this special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a great one on tap between the Seattle Seahawks and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. And hi again, everybody. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that can have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 5'11" quarterback from Wisconsin by way of NC State, and that's Russell Wilson.
Gave the commencement address at the University of Wisconsin a couple of years ago. One of the most popular players ever to pull on the uniform there. Beginning of his career, he was a so-called game manager. Take care of the football and rely on the defense. Now, in this stage of his career, the offense runs through him, and it runs very well.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and that'll bring up second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, second and 10. Second and 10 now, Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Wilson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a third down stop by them.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
Not only does he look the part, he plays it as well. tall, prototypical-looking pocket passer with better athletic ability than what people think, gets outside of the pocket and makes big plays downfield.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
There we go. Back. 20.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, no slow start here. A couple of nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early, because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. 20.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Working from the gun, Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Come on now, let's go.
This is Ajayi. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Don't go. 20.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards. A nickel look by Seattle on 3rd down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
And the ball situated at the 9, 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wentz. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And a good display of footwork will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Carson Wentz taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. A 10-play drive that time, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson, and it's hauled in by Nick Vanette. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1 quarter in the books. 7-0 is our score, and we're back to Philadelphia after this. Alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call but no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Now Wilson on second down. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Here's Ajayi, and an alley to run, and he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
They go play action here on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Frank Clark, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
20!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a solid run down inside the 30. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. Aguilar has it. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
Circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
There we go. Back man. 120!
Into the red zone. Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Here's Wentz to throw. Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run it now with Sproles. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up an interesting third and goal.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. The Eagles on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here. To throw is Wentz. 1:59 to go in the first half. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now fourth down. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Russell Wilson now gears up to lead the offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completes it to Dixon. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Wilson on first down. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Carson. Across the 30 to the 31-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Now Sproles. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
There we go. Back man. 120.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Wentz. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Darren Sproles. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. 120.
Now it's Ajayi. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. Whoosh. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And time for us to spotlight Doug Baldwin. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him touching the football in any way possible. Maybe go to some jet sweeps. Anything to get him going.
Yeah, something to get him the ball. We'll see if they can do it. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And Dixon has it. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the first half.
Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Fifteen seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Here we go. 120!
They'll start out on the ground with a jive. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They run with a jive. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has been a hard-hitting affair to this point, and you gotta expect we'll see more of the same in the second half. And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out to Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here we go. 120.
Wentz now to throw. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Wentz over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time, and now it's 2nd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
120.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Waiting. What's up?
Working from the gun, Wentz. And that is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be from 56 yards out. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting field position at the 46 near midfield. On first down, Wilson. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Play action. Now Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First target, first catch at a first down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Hey, 4 down. Waiting.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, given 14.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, Oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Go. 180!
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Throw right side taken in by Wallace. A 1st down for the Eagles. Wentz finding the former Raven Wallace. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
180!
Play action. Now Wentz. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Holding. Offense.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Here we go. 180!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Go. 120!
On play action, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
120!
From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
So it's 3rd and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the interception, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got him in. Complete. This is Richard Rodgers. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So second and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On play action, it's Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Penny. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. On second down, Wilson. He's got the tight end, Vanette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Wilson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson completes it to Dixon. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. To throw is Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Seahawks on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw again is Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll begin the drive with Sproles. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the 4th quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, 4th quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10.
There we go, back. 180!
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And they'll run it here. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. Tackle made by Rasheem Green. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
20!
Now Wentz on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the kick by Elliott is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
As they say, this game hasn't exactly been one for the books. I mean, we're into the 4th quarter here, and now this happens, another turnover. Not one that they're going to hold up and say, yeah, this has been a banner day.
Absolutely. Still sitting on 0. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Waiting!
And on the ground they go with a running back. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. as he'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They run again with Ajayi, and he stopped immediately there. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. And this a 39-yard attempt. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Well, throw on 1st down with Wilson. And Dixon over the middle. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. He gets it to Baldwin. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. It's caught, Lockett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Wilson to Lockett there for the Seahawk 1st down. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. Again, Wilson. His throw incomplete.
Coverage was great everywhere that time. He tried to get it to his outlet, tried to get it to his running back, but sailed it a little bit too high and actually left his body open for a big hit.
The Seahawks on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Wilson will throw again. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And an alley to run. And he's taken down inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And now down to 24 seconds after the spike. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he is into the end zone for the touchdown. So they still need a miracle with a clock where it's at, but they get one piece to the puzzle done.
Still have hope.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Sebastian Janikowski on for the PAT. Janikowski adds the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. That time, a 9-play drive. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. So they'll line up for the onside kick. 18 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.